Hi, I'm Ifra. On May 6th, the Met Gala 2024 took place. Artists from around the world came in their bedazzled and luxurious attires. While we watched celebrities in their big ball gowns and dresses, the other side of the world was being tormented through atrocities and inhumanity. Since 8 months now, the Gaza Strip is being bombarded and the civilians have had to come to grips with brutality, cruelty and misery. While my mother cooks breakfast for me every morning, a Palestinian mother does not even know if she's going to have food to feed her baby the next morning or her baby alive till next morning. Children in Gaza do not know if the boxes falling from the sky have food to keep them alive or bombs to blow them into bits. But why is this happening? Why does a father have to carry his beheaded baby and ask the world what that little soul did to deserve all of this? So let's go back to 7th October 2023 when Hamas attacked Israel. Hamas, which is a Palestinian Islamist movement that governs the Israel-occupied Gaza at the moment, on 7th October, Hamas fighters attacked Israel's southern fence with Gaza. More than 1,000 civilians were killed, leaving desolations for many Israeli families. Hamas allegedly did the surprise attack on Gaza to release the Palestinian people who have been held as captives in Israeli prisons. Hamas released a 16-page document stating why it actually attacked the Israeli soldiers. Just 1 month before Hamas's attack on Israel, the Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu on 22nd September released a new map of the new Middle East in the UN Assembly. The report says that after all the oppression the Israeli government has done to the Palestinian people and after its severe measures to annex the Palestinian land, it is their right to defend themselves, which is enshrined in the international laws. Hamas also says that October 7 was a necessary and normal step towards all of what has been happening. Yet the suffering of the civilians cannot be justified by these statements alone. After this started the horrific carnage in Gaza. Calling it a war with Hamas, the IDF has been throwing missiles and bombs all over Gaza Strip, killing thousands of women, children and babies. On October 13, the Israeli occupation forces announced that 1.1 million people evacuate the southern Gaza and move to the north. How is it possible that such a big number of people walk 20 kilometers and evacuate a place? Just after this, many residents and buildings were bombed, leaving deaths for many people. People did not have space to store the bodies of the martyrs. They had to use ice cream trucks to save the martyrs' bodies. But after this, massacre after massacre kept happening, and the war turned into mass killing of the Palestinians. Many people believe that this is a genocide and ethnic cleansing of the Palestinians, just like the Nakba. The IDF has bombed hospitals like Al-Shifa, which were haven for many injured civilians. People's homes have been destroyed. The suffering of the people in Gaza are limitless. Babies are dying of starvation in incubators. Women don't have proper resources for their hygiene. A father shouts his daughter's name after losing all his family under the rubble. And this has been happening for 8 months now. Over 35,000 Palestinians have been killed and 2.3 million have been driven out their homes. On February 26, US airman Aaron Bushnell dies after setting himself on fire, calling for a ceasefire and shouting "Free Palestine." So now I ask you a question. Was this not enough? Were the deaths of so many people not enough to call for a ceasefire? Why? Why are we letting the people in power take our voices away? You must be seeing this post on social media recently. A lot of people share this post to show their empathy for the people in Palestine, but many of them condemned the massive sharing of this post as well. However, this was to create awareness about May 26, when in Rafah, people sleeping in tents were bombed and killed. But after this, we got to see faces of some monsters whom we can find among ourselves only. These monsters who are locked up in shackles of hatred and abhor. There started coming out posts which compared the sufferings in Rafah to the non-Muslim people living in Pakistan. Some even started comparing it to the Kashmir Pandit genocide. In Pakistan, a Hindu girl was raped and many Hindus are harassed. Just one day before the Rafah bombardment, Christian houses were destroyed through stones in Pakistan. But the question here is, these people who are suffering, asking for our voices, our empathy, or are they asking if their sufferings are bigger than the others who are in pain? Some monsters started making fun and trolling of the survivors in Gaza. Some started calling Palestine an actor. There are many memes on social media that are trolling these survivors. So let me ask you a question. Are you human? Do you have a heart? Whatever you are doing is extremely inhumane and pathetic. It is unfathomable how you can watch all of this happen and not say anything. Worse, make fun of it. But I'm going to stand with the people who are suffering. I'm going to stand with the survivors of oppression. I cannot pick up a rifle and go to the front lines, but I can educate people and counter all the disinformation and hate that is being spread. I stand with Palestine and I stand with survivors of extreme oppression in Pakistan. I stand with the starving people in Congo. I stand with people in Sudan and everybody who is facing hardship. And for everybody who is feeling devastated and dejected that after 8 months now, we couldn't do anything to save Palestine, I just want to let you know that we are on the right path. Whatever we are doing contains value and we are very close to what we have to do. I mean, who would have thought that in just a span of time, people would be standing with Palestine and waking up to the reality of what's been happening in Congo, in Sudan, and in Pakistan. We are not just getting aware of it, we are rejecting the system outrightly. I mean, we are questioning and standing up against the most powerful people right now. So I just want to let you know that do not lose hope. We have come too close and there's no way we can lose hope. Thank you.